So it's hard to pick maybe the most important part of the framework, but I think if I had to pick one, maybe making a more complex business model. I think you're probably not going to get right on the first try, and so that ability to be able to pivot, to be able to move and shift, and correct the business model, I think is perhaps the most important part. The difference between buying cash and renting cash is renting cash just means taking out a loan, borrowing cash, and using that to add value to your business, to invest in things that will eventually help you to be able to pay off that loan. Whereas buying cash is trading equity in your business for money to use now to increase the value of your business in the hopes that, and the investors are hoping that you'll earn enough money to make it worth their investment, which I think either way can work for the business. I think it's so important to always be looking at the value of your company because at one point it might not be worth it might be worth more to somebody else than it is to you, and so of course at that point it makes sense to sell your business to somebody else who values it more than you do, and so you have to know what it's worth to you and what it's worth to others to be able to make that calculation. For the last question, whether or not I would invest in the venture, I don't really know what this question means because there's not a venture listed in on the assignment. If it means would I invest in a venture that uses this framework, then yes, of course I would because they're using all these great principles.